the lift up.
Yeah, this is what this built our. Well, hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Roxanne, and we are in the Lyft Lounge with Michael Ray, about to lift you up this morning. It's a Friday.
See what you did.
Yeah.
That's great.
You like that?
Yes.
This is so comfy. This is our Lyft Lounge, our couch, and we're doing our first interview on it with you.
This is the first.
This is the first.
Well, it's only uphill.
So we got to make it good.
That's right. We got to start off just in case Chris Lane comes back.
Right. So we're sitting here under these bright lights. Thanks for watching. And you're sparkling. You have glitter kind of in your beard.
Yeah,
What happened last night?
I was hoping that wouldn't show. Somebody brought my dog Wrigley these treats, and she got in the bag, and so I had to clean it up. And I didn't realize that there was glitter everywhere in the back lounge part. So whenever I cleaned it up in the middle of the night and put it all together, and then I woke up this morning, I'm like, why am I covered in glitter? And it's all over the place. Like, it's complete. I just had to accept it. There was nothing.
Because I have like a little glitter on my eyeshadow. I'm like, there's no way when I hugged you.
I was going to blame it on you.
Yeah, but that's a lot of glitter.
It is.
Fun.
Yeah, it is. It's,
It's country.
She's 11 months old. That's the real that nobody sees is.
You're like a dog dad.
Yeah, I'm like, I walked in the back, I'm like, Wrigley, no. And then I can't be mad at her. So she's like looking at me.
She's a girl. She likes glitter.
Yeah, she likes glitter and dog cookies. So I have to, I'm the dad of a daughter now, I guess.
Yeah, that is so cute. I love it. So you're on your tour, Get to You tour,
Yes.
and I know that part of that you are collecting pet supplies, correct, for your Wrigley Cares nonprofit?
Yeah. We started Wrigley Cares the fall of last year as just a way that I wanted to be able to give back to the communities that were giving us so much whenever we were, coming into their cities and playing. And I feel like whenever you go on tour, if it's summertime and there's lakes around, there's somebody tweeting or saying, hey, let's go on the boat, or hey, if there's some sort of like great restaurant, or you go to some place with certain food or whatever it may be, it's just always in abundance, and they're always make you feel like you're from there, and then we leave and we're not there until we get booked there again. And so I want to be able to give back more to the communities, and whenever we stop, we always try to like shop local or get local beer, something to support the local community. And I partnered up with Zappos for Good. We had this idea, so we called them up and they got with us on it, and they helped us connect. They helped connect us to local
shelters
in every city. So we had these big bins that we set up by the merch booth, and we just asked fans to bring dog food, cat food, toys, blankets, whatever they can, and not only to help the local shelters, but also just to raise awareness of adoption and raise awareness of these shelters solely depend on
Donations.
volunteers and donations. And if you're maybe I was thinking maybe we'll spark an idea. Someone's grocery shopping, spend an extra $10, get a bag
get
of
some
food,
dog treats or whatever,
and donate it. And so it ended up taking on a life of its own. And within 4 weeks, we fed 150,000 meals, and then we're well over 200,000.
Wow.
And it started this grow of we've partnered up with the other businesses that will be announced later this year, where all proceeds are going through Wrigley Cares to help animal shelters, and with the goal of it being all over the world, and us being able to feed over 500,000 meals this year. So every tour stop, we have people come in and from the shelters, and we just ask fans to bring as much dog food, cat food. There's no limits. We've had people bring pallets of dog food, and all the way up to where we can't fit them in the bin. And it's been a really cool thing that I didn't think it was going to take off like
that, right?
But I'm glad it did. Yeah, so it's been really cool.
So if anyone's going to the show tonight, Coyote Joe's, bring some pet supplies.
Yes.
And donate to Wrigley Cares.
Yes.
So how old is your baby?
She's 11 months.
Aww.
Turns a year old next month. We don't know the exact date because I adopted her, but the roundabout date is the end of April. So is my birthday, so we're just going to have to join.
Perfect.
I turned 30 and she turns 1. So it's like I'm restarting life again.
Right?
Yeah. Covered in glitter. Yeah.
God, where is she? You should have brought her. That would have been
She's
fun.
on the bus. She has glitter on her as well. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all want her and me glittering up everything in
That's
this room.
so funny. Yeah. So tonight the show, I think it's almost sold out. So if you're watching, like, oh my God, I mean, you can definitely try to get some tickets, and I would do it like right now. Hit up coyotejoes.com and buy those tickets because tonight
we have very few left.
Yeah, there's not many left.
They were saying so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed tonight.
I can't wait.
So Get to You sounds amazing on the radio. The first time I heard it, it was like hearing something that I've heard before, but I hadn't heard it before because the story is so true. Being a girl who's been heartbroken, you think every guy's a jerk and you don't want to love. And that's what that song's about. Like, I just love it. The message, your voice, the melody, it's just perfect.
Thank you. That was a big reason why we cut that song. I felt like it was
sinking.
It was this is a very comfortable couch. If Lyft got y'all this couch, they did a good job. That song, I wanted to get that story out because I do feel that, and I've been on both sides of that, and I feel like, you know, like you said, you share your story, and everybody can put their own situation in that song, and hopefully it's an encouragement to know when you're building those walls and maybe allow them to come down when they're needed to be. But I just love the story of the song, the way that it goes into, you know, if you truly love somebody, even though it can be hard to let them go, you just really want to see them happy. You know, and that's kind of what that song's saying. You know, somebody's going to break those walls, somebody's going to watch you fall, and I hope that I'm around, you know, just to see you smile if it's not with me. So.
Yeah. I'm like, can you just sing it?
I don't know if you want me to sing it this
It's a little early, right?
That's how I joked the other day. I said, I did not put into consideration that falsetto at 8 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. But and a big thing with this record too, and I think what people will see once we release it, we just wrapped up vocals on it, so record's done. I've been going through mixes to make sure it's, you know, we have everything the right way, and not only myself but my producer and management and A&R and everybody, the whole team of people that nobody sees, the whole army of people
everybody behind you
that helps. We're all going through these mixes to make sure that they're right, but it was very important for me to show the growth of the last 2 years, not just professionally, but personally, and kind of be more honest and more open. And I think this record has a theme, and I think it really does take that next step for us. And tonight we'll be playing some of the new stuff, and I'm excited to get all the rest of it out because I've been sitting on it for like 6 months. You know, and
so you know all the songs.
Yeah,
We're just ready for them.
And people will be like, "Hey, so what's your favorite song to play out?" And I'm like,
I can't say.
I think it's going to be this one, you know, but we haven't played it. But yeah, so I'm excited to have it all out.
So when can we expect the album to come out?
This summer. It comes out this summer. Yeah, it's not far. I know that. So we're all in the process of doing all the artwork and.
Do we have a title? Can we
photos.
share?
We do have a title that we'll be announcing.
Share.
Yeah, we'll be announcing.
We have to wait, guys.
Yeah. It'll be worth it, I promise.
Well, you know, summer's good. I thought you were going to say, fall, end of the year. Summer's good. It's right around the corner.
I can't wait till fall. Yeah, so no, we're not far away, I promise.
Perfect. Yeah. And, you know, get to use in the top 20.
It is. Thank you, guys. Thank y'all for playing it as much as y'all have. It's because of you guys. And it's someone pointed out that it's our 4th top 20 in a row. And growing up in a small town with, you know, dreams of wanting to play music, and my family had a band and wanting to go from the small bars in my hometown to
the big stage,
to hopefully playing places, and people might show up, and not knowing that we'd come here on a Friday night later on and play a sold out show in Michigan. So it's just it's been a surreal thing, and you know, growing up I used to get in trouble because I'd walk out of church to try to see who was number 1 on the top 20.
Oh, that's so
top
funny.
40 countdown. Top 40. And so now to think that, holy cow, I've had 4 songs in that. Yeah, it's a cool thing. So.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's going to peak to number 1. I got no doubt about it.
Thank you.
So you're a big baseball fan. Mm-hmm. The Cubs, what an amazing year they had. We're getting ready to kick off baseball. So the Tigers and the Cubs kind of have something in common. Do you know what it is right now as we get ready to kick off baseball?
What is it?
They're both playing the same team for their home opener. So the Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then the Cubs, that'll be their home opener. Are you gonna?
I'm at the home game.
I was gonna ask you. Are you gonna go?
I'm there. I was gonna. I try to go every. I go to as many games as I can, and then I did not realize that though. That's a good trivia question now that I got. But I didn't. I try to go as many games, and then I have the MLB Live app that keeps me
up to date.
Yeah. On
so when you're on
everything.
The road.
Yeah. So it alerts me all the time, and then like when we were in the playoffs, I had my monitor guy keep the score so he could tell me the score through my in-ears.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and so then, you know, sometimes I'd go in the talk back mic and
what's the score?
What is it? I'm like, who messed it up? But yeah, so it's my like outlet. But I grew up watching them on WGN, and then my stepmom is from Chicago. A lot of her family's from there. And then I went to my first game at Wrigley, and you know, y'all know the Tigers know that anytime you go to you know, a field that you grew up watching or whatever, and you just feel that energy of the team and the people and the crowd and everybody. I was like, all right, this is it.
This is
This is
yeah.
it.
Do you know I met Harry Carey?
No way.
I
I'm
did.
jealous.
I know. And kind of maybe slightly before he passed. And I didn't know I was going to meet him. I was at a concert and they're like, Harry Carey's here. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he was so fun and got a picture with him. And I'll never forget that.
I did the 7th inning stretch and his box where he did it.
Yeah.
And I've never been more nervous to
Yeah.
do like a song that I obviously
have
know the
chills
lyrics
right now.
to. Yeah, but it
Yeah.
was just like you get up there and it was kind of like it's like it's like walking into the Opry.
I was just
almost.
gonna say
it's like
that, yeah.
You walk in, you feel the presence of all the artists that have been there, and you feel the magnitude of the room and the importance of this building and that
That
stage
7th
and those
inning
bands.
stretch.
Yeah, and then you go up there and it didn't like everybody's like I threw the first pitch, and I'll be honest with y'all, like I haven't played baseball since I was like in 10th grade. That's when I told my dad I wanted to stop and fully go on to music, you know. So and I wasn't a pitcher. I was catcher and
So you didn't warm up at all?
for 2 days. I was so nervous because my friends in Florida were sending me like the top 10 worst
Oh my God.
first pitches, like 50 Cent, throwing in like some dude like threw it and hit some camera guy, between his legs, and I'm
No
like,
pressure.
Yeah, so I called a buddy of mine. I'm like, hey man, because he was a pitcher and he lives in
I
Chicago.
need a coach.
I go, we gotta go to a park. And I need to pitch immediately. And I'll admit it. I stayed up the day before and watched YouTube tutorial videos. So I was like, I don't care how fast it is. I just want to get it over the plate. Like, that's it. And so I was like, I got this.
I'm going to Google this because I haven't seen this.
I got it over the plate. And I immediately got a text from Kip Moore that went, that's the slowest pitch I've ever seen. And it was. Like, if you watch it, it is not, I was not going to get picked up.
That is hilarious.
Picked up by anybody anytime soon. But it did get over the plate.
It got over the plate.
Carl Edwards Jr. caught it. It was all good. It was a strike. Anybody could have hit it, but it was a strike. And so in my mind, I was like, I'm more nervous of that. I'm like, I
Wow.
sing every night. I ain't worried about the 7th
Right.
inning stretch. I'm like all pumped. And you start walking those steps, there's a lot of steps. So it gives you a lot of time to think. And then
So nervous.
you get up there and I'm like, holy cow. And the place was sold
Everybody's
out.
watching. What's this guy going to do?
Yeah, and then you go across the street, and I'm like, dude, you got like the 7th inning hat and everything. I'm like, oh my God. And then I did it. Of course, you want to do it exactly how.
How you practice.
Yeah, and so we did it though. It was great. So it was
God,
awesome.
I'm going to Google that. I got to see this.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. So I'm pleased.
Yeah,
please
you
Google
put a
it.
lot of work into it.
I did, and people laughed. But I was like, listen, I didn't want to be when you have.
You don't
want to
be 50 Cent.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to move 50 off the top 10 of worst. So it was one of those things where I was like, just get it across the plate, Mike. You got it. And thank God.
I think you just gave a lot of people advice that might be watching. If they ever get that opportunity to
You ever
be
get a
asked,
chance.
you have to practice.
YouTube has great tutorial videos. I promise you. Just get it over the plate. Just get over. That's why when Kip texted me, he's like, "That's the slowest pitch I've ever seen."
That
ever.
is so
I said,
funny.
"I was just trying to get it over, bro. I wasn't trying to get picked up by the Cubs." I wasn't thinking Rookie of the Year was about to happen, and we were about to get picked up.
Oh my gosh. So after you get to U tour, because I stalk your life, I'm like, okay, what's Michael got going on? You have like a 2-week break. Are you taking a vacation? Are you
No.
going home for Easter? Or?
We're right in the middle. I mean, it's right in the heart of getting this album ready. So literally every day that we're not on the road, we're studio. We're filming. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be releasing before the record comes out. That we're just trying to get everything together. So we just get as much out to the fans as we possibly can at once, and we're getting all that set up now. And it takes a couple months of preparation before it goes in. So no days off for the while, but it's definitely worth it. So.
Okay, so I was like, oh, he's gonna have a nice little break, but no.
No,
You're working.
No. My day to day, I called her today. I said, hey, I got these dates free on my calendar. She's like, no, you don't. I just haven't put them in yet. I was like, got it.
Okay, we're back to work.
Understood. Yeah.
So you do so many country shows, festivals, especially coming up on summer, and you've played with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on the. Do you have any favorite artists or bands that when you see you're on the same bill as them, you get excited? You're gonna hang out, go golfing, whatever.
Yeah, the festivals are a cool thing because I feel like not just fan wise, but even like us, like you said, like being able to just see your friends and your peers, or be able to play a show and have Alabama be playing it. Like you're just like, man, these legends that are also there. They're a really cool thing because you get to see a group of artists together that you might not
get to see otherwise.
You know what I mean? Like maybe it doesn't make sense to have them on a tour,
Yeah.
but it makes sense to have them on a festival. And so when you get to play some of those, like we did one, and you get to see, we've never toured with Eric Church, but I'm a huge Eric Church fan. You get to stand side stage and watch Eric, and I'm good buddies with a few of his band members, and I've written a few times with a couple of them, and it's just being able to stand up there and kind of steal ideas and learn and pay attention to guys like him.
He's
like,
so cool.
Darius. We got a festival coming up with FGL coming up, and it's just you just really try to take advantage of those moments and realize just how fortunate we are to be a part of country music, and backstage is always
It's always a good time.
Always a good time back at the festivals. They all know how to set them up right, and so we try not to be able to have to leave too soon after. So, all my guys know I like to stay to the headliner and see it if possible, and watch as many as we can. So
I saw you just did a show with Ashley McBride, and
Yeah.
we just had her at our 10-man jam.
She's great.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. We did a show in Nashville. It was my first time headlining a show in Nashville, and she's on the same label as myself, and so when I knew she was on, I was so excited because I'm such a fan of her. I grew up on such traditional country music, and a lot of people might not know that, but like my first taste of music, my first ever band, anything was my family's band, and so I grew up on Porter Wagner and Bobby Bare and Ray Price and John Conley and Earl Thomas Conley and Loretta Lynn and all those. That's who I grew up listening to. That's what I grew up playing, all the way up till I was 16, and started learning other stuff because I was playing bars. So whenever I hear like Ashley sing,
bringing that old traditional
man, it's
country
just like this
back.
like traditional voice of, I think I told somebody the other day, and I hope I'm not speaking out, but it's like this new age pure Alison Krauss with some whiskey thrown in. You know what I mean? It's like this
some
pure
grit.
voice, and like her songwriting's unbelievable, and so I was excited that she was on that with us, and it was for Musicians on Call, which is an organization I've done a lot of work with, and that we go, they go and play music to people in hospitals, to all over the place. And when Route 91 happened, a week and a half, 2 weeks after, they went out there, and I went out there with a few other artists, and we played music and hung out with the first responders and the nurses and some of the people and the victims and the families that were working on recovery and getting through it. So
yeah, country music is back. I think I don't want to call out other genres of music, but country I just feel is so genuine, so caring.
Yeah, I think that's why you see careers like George Strait, like Alan Jackson, like Kenny Chesney, like Tim McGraw. You have these long-lasting careers, and it's huge part because they're so good, and they're so talented, and they have great songs, and they're great singers and great entertainers. But it's because we all came in the same circuit. We all came through WYCD, sat on this stage, played to three people, whether you're Reba or you're Ashley McBride right now, or you're Kenny Chesney or myself or whoever. We all came in the same circuit, and it all started the same, and it starts fan by fan by fan. And these country music fans take this journey with us, and they're just as involved
Definitely.
as we are.
Yeah,
and so
passionate.
They're so passionate. That's why I have glitter all over my face, because they bought my
You are
dog
sparkling.
stuff. Yeah, and so they pay attention. I didn't even think about my birthday being next month, and last week we played this acoustic show, and this lady comes up with a birthday card and like pictures of the last 20 shows that they've been to, and it's I think that's why it's just a community. It's a family. That's why you have those crews, because they'll be there for you. They'll be there for you if you put out a couple downers. You know what I mean? You have that,
they write it out.
Yeah, they'll write out a couple songs where people go, why did they put that out? The fans will be like, he'll be back, I promise. And they stay with you, and that's why you have the community like we have in country music, and that's why we have CMA Fest.
Yeah.
That's why, a week to give back, and no other genre does that.
No.
And I think that's why whenever it's time for us to give back, we want to make sure that we're the first people to step up and go, we'll do it. We'll be there, because they're always there for us, and when we needed them the most, they were there for us. And so it's our job to keep our community, and when I say community, that's the fans, that's the
country fans.
That's the country fans, that's everybody together. So I think that's why, and I think that's why you have such long-lasting one of the reasons you have such long-lasting artists in country music.
Yeah, because you're out there, in the community.
Right.
Kissing babies and shaking
Right.
hands.
And we're all just a bunch of country rednecks that just happen to get lucky. Yeah.
So I got a couple fun things here. Since, Get to You is the name of your single right now. So we want to get to know Michael Ray a little bit more. Not that a lot of us already don't, but so just for fun. So if you had a choice, these are your options. Truck or a Jeep?
Jeep.
Do you have a Jeep?
I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sushi or a burger?
Oh, man. Sushi.
Oh, man. See, I wanted you to be a greasy burger guy.
I would eat, but Tim Roberts and I we got a sushi date coming up. So.
Oh, okay. So he's a sushi guy.
Yeah.
See, I did not know that. So if you could go on a vacation destination, would you pick Hawaii or Paris?
Hawaii.
Get by the water.
Yeah.
And here's my performance question. If you could be on stage performing with somebody, would it be Lady Gaga or Pink?
Oh, see, I didn't know that Pink was the other option.
She's the other option. We were talking about Lady Gaga before we started.
Do I have to fly?
Whatever you think you could do, who would you want to be on stage to do it with? They're both incredible
They're
performers.
both incredible. I would have to say Pink. I'd have to go with Pink.
Yeah.
I just don't think I could do what she does. I'm positive, actually, I can't do it.
And she sings while she does it,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
My manager went and saw her with some friends, and they had like second row seats or some craziness. And I was like texting her. We were texting back and forth because, she's so great. She's so talented. I said, she doing this stuff? Like, she's singing and everything? She goes, yes. Everything is exactly. I'm like, if I take too many running steps, I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
This lady's flying through an arena. Yeah, so I have no excuse, but I probably have to go with Pink.
Yeah, Pink is awesome. Okay, so out of the famous Michaels in the world, Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan, if you could hang out with one of them, who would you pick?
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
And, I might want to answer this question myself now that I see what kind of pants you're wearing. Skinny jeans or boot cut?
Oh, well, I guess, are these skinny?
Yeah, they're
not
skinny.
like
They're not like
crazy
skinny like chicks wear, but...
Yeah, are they just above the chin?
They're just... Because us ladies will squeeze into some skinny jeans.
They're not completely girl pants. Thank you, Luke. No.
Yeah, so skinny. All right.
Skinny, I guess. Whenever I was in middle school, all through my school years, it was Wrangler jeans, and my Wranglers were way tighter than any pants I wear now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then I don't know if people did this in Detroit, but the cool thing, this is absolutely ridiculous, but the cool thing was to take and we obviously couldn't afford it, but when you're in the country, you're like, I want to make sure people think that I'm real country. So we would take the beef jerky cans, so it looked like you dipped, and put them in your back pocket to try to get that circle. That's the absolute most stupidest thing.
That is ever. Hilarious.
And then I realized my dad did the same thing in the same town when he was our age. So we thought we were cool, and my dad's like, bro,
he already did that.
Yeah. And you're gonna hate this when you get older.
Oh, and you just shared that with us right here in the Lyft Lounge.
That's something nobody knows. That's something nobody knows.
See, we're here getting to know Michael Ray.
Yep.
So we're in Detroit. So if you could hang out, party, do a duet, would it be Kid Rock or Eminem?
Kid Rock, yeah.
And I don't know if you got a sweet tooth, but chocolate or straight candy?
Chocolate. Yeah.
Me too. And we all like to drink. So if you could, shot of whiskey or shot of tequila?
Whiskey. Yeah.
All right, that's all my questions I have. Do you guys on Facebook have any questions?
Any questions?
I don't have my phone, but if someone got some questions, anybody watching?
Game.
So tonight's Coyote Joe's. We're so excited to have you back. That place is so much fun.
That place has so much history. That's the cool spot of playing a lot of these clubs, and now being able to have the fans show up like they're showing up tonight and selling out these literally legendary clubs. These are places where people saw Luke for the first time. They saw Dirks for the first time. They saw Eric for the first time, and hopefully we follow in this. Hopefully it's a pattern that we're following. Hopefully they know the remedy to
see a star now, and then become big stadium tours here.
Yeah, so it's really cool to. And a lot of these places, even I remember hearing about them whenever I was in Florida and playing the clubs down there, and we were kind of breaking into the Georgia area, and everybody talks, and you can hear you play somewhere. Oh, hey, where were you at? We'd always open for a national act coming in.
Yeah.
where do you come from? They'd always say, so some of these places always stuck, and Coyote Joe's was definitely that one where it was like, okay, yeah, everybody seems to be going through this place. You know, can't wait to see it. And this is our second time playing it, so it's going to be fun. I believe we've got my buddy Tim Montana opening tonight, so
nice.
It's going to be good.
So if anyone's coming out to the show, don't forget, bring your pet supplies.
Yes,
make
please
a donation.
bring it. Please bring pet supplies and help us reach the goal of 500,000 meals. That's our goal this year. So.
That's awesome. We can do it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming by to chat with us on our Lyft Lounge, our first ever Lyft Lounge interview.
First ever.
Special.
Ever.
We'll see you tonight.